Punjab National Bank has today come out with their second quarter earnings, and to speak more on that, we have with us Dr. Ram Sangapure. Sir, welcome to Bloomberg Quint. To begin with, I would like to ask you on the slippage number for this quarter, what has that been, and the breakdown of the provisions, and your outlook now going forward on that front.
Yeah. So far as slippages are concerned, I think this quarter we had a little less slippages than the previous quarter, and total gross non-performing assets in terms of a percentage to total advances has come down slightly by 10 basis points. So that's a good indication for us. So far as net non-performing assets are concerned, I think that figure also has come down marginally. In terms of a percentage, it has come down by 6 basis points. So that shows that now we have hit the bottom, and going forward we will be further improving the position.
All right. And sir, on the restructured book front, what is the amount of loans now there, and how many of you think is, as per your estimate, can slip further?
Yeah, in conventional sense, the restructuring which we used to call was CDR and restructuring done in-house. Now that portfolio has shrunk substantially. Previously we had reached almost about 36,000 crores of portfolio. Now it has come down to 18,000 crores. So that conventional restructuring has come down. However, new, the schemes which Reserve Bank of India has come with, that is 525, S4A, SDR. Under these schemes now, some of the accounts are being restructured, and one or two accounts we have successfully restructured also under these schemes, and there are almost about 20 more accounts pipelined into these schemes to be restructured. So I hope that with this new schemes, we would be able to improve the quality of the assets going forward, and we are working on that.
And what is the estimate you have, if you have any, as to how many you are expecting that will slip?
Slippages you are talking about? Slippages in the third quarter?
Yes.
Yeah, in second quarter we had a slippages to the tune of 6,200 crores. In the third quarter, our estimate is it will be less than this. It will be somewhere around 5,500 to 6,000. So slowly and gradually, definitely our slippages are going to come down going forward, and our cash recovery component is improving, and this is a good sign, and we will be showing a better performance, if not in the second half of this financial year, but definitely 2017-18 is going to be relatively better year for us.
And if you can talk about sector-wise breakup on this estimate, on your what you're expecting that the slippages will further improve, which are the sectors you're very hopeful on, and where do you think there is still a long way to go?
It's very difficult to identify particular sectors because we have already identified certain sectors where slippages have already happened, like steel, infra, power, textile. These were the core sectors where huge number of slippages happened. Now going forward, these segments, whatever was to happen has happened now, but stress is still there in these sectors. Now it's coming from all diversified sectors. Now whatever slippages are happening, it's merely because either the unit is weak, financial liquidity is not there, or the management is weak. All those kind of accounts now slipping to NPA category.
The final question basically on the loan growth front. In the previous quarter, I think Ms. Subramanian told us that the target is going to be somewhere around 11% of loan growth. Do you think that now, after this quarter's earning, what is your estimate? Are you still hopeful of achieving that, and which sectors, and what's going to be your strategy on that front?
Yeah, we have two segments of loan growth. One is a domestic, the another is overseas. For the first half of this financial year, overseas, I think we had quite a muted growth. Actually, we were in negative in case of overseas credit growth. Whereas a domestic, we had fairly okay. In a sense, we had about 7.5% growth in domestic loan portfolio. Now, going forward, conventionally also, second half is much better than the first half. So far as credit growth is concerned. So now we are visualizing in domestic segment at least from 7.5 to 10 plus we will achieve. Overseas, which we had a negative growth for the first half, I'm sure we will be coming in positive territory. But overall growth, I'm hopeful we will be able to achieve between 9 to 10% growth for the entire financial year.
All right. And so, which other sector and what's going to be your strategy on that front? Like, for example, can we see corporate lending now picking up a little bit? What's your outlook on that front?
We are very positive on corporate lending. If any capex happens, definitely we will be first to lend it. But unfortunately, the pace of a capex still is very slow, and there are no big projects coming up. Our entire focus is in now retail, SME, and agri. Agri, we have a good presence actually. Our almost 65% branches are spread in rural and semi-urban areas, and there is a good scope. This year, monsoon also was very good. So I hope that we would be doing a better in agri and retail and SME this year, this financial year.
All right. So, thank you so much for joining us on Bloomberg.